Welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Mirror Mode. Moving on to part 8, and we're going to be going through the final of the Classic Cups. So let's see what I unlocked here. Okay, cushion wheels. Let's see what will that go on. The shoe and the cushion wheels, actually, yeah, that looks stupid enough. And we'll have that to go with it. This looks fantastic. So, yep, going into the Lightning Cup, and in most games this would be the final cup, but we do still have the ones that were the DLC levels, so we'll get to them in the last 4 parts. But for now, Lightning Cup, a go-go. So first up is the Tick-Tock clock, and the Tick-Tock clock is honestly a course I like a lot, mainly because the clockwork thematics to me is just really cool. It's quite unique for a Mario Kart level as well. Like, it's based off the Tick-Tock clock level from Mario 64, obviously, the one that you're going up the very tall tower. God bless the Joltina Let's Plays himself. Because Electrical Beast actually got married recently, I saw. Like, he's put a vlog up, and that's actually really cool, good on him. So, yeah. Like, that Mario 64 Let's Play, that is like one of the most upbeat, positive, unapologetically positive things on the internet, and it's great, I love it. And yeah, I should probably, you know, try and get good. maybe not in this lifetime, maybe in the next, I never said when. But yeah, this one, it seems to be, because like all the obstacles and that are the clock shape, the perfectly circular, symmetrical clock shape, that this is really not going to be that big of a deal to get used to compared to the regular one, because like when everything's like perfectly symmetrical like that, you know, there's really nothing changing really. Like, I'm driving the other way on some of the mid routes, but other than that it's basically the same thing. So I guess I've got an easy ride here, assuming I don't, you know, resort to human error or fucking surprise lightning error. Let's go this way this time, just to see the other side of it. Completely missed the boost pads. GG. And yeah, this course, it's going by pretty quickly, although I am really not doing myself any favours when I'm constantly driving off the edge here. It's like, there's a few mistakes and then there's just a tragic run, and this has been a little bit tragic. But yeah, I'll take the second place. All things considered, the second place could have been much worse there. I just need to pick up the slack in the next course. Let's go. Now for Piranha Pipeway, which is also another 3DS course that I like a lot. And this one, I like this so much because, assuming you're doing things right and assuming you're drifting properly, you can pick up a hell of a lot of speed in this course. And it's just so satisfying to get like brushed along by the water. I'll try to show that off here, but no promises. This one's especially fun in 200cc, I find. Because, you know, at that point you are going all over the place, and it's just, you know, that perfectly fun chaos that I am always okay with. Like, it might get a little bit over the top for some people, but for me, I like to go fast. And that's the thing, like, I know it's the easy Sonic joke to go to, but like, games where you go incredibly fast, you move along quickly, that's like one of the most satisfying fucking feelings in a lot of games, really. When you can build up speed, when there's like a sense of momentum, or there's a sense of like the game rewarding you with speed. Like, say what Mario Kart goes against by having all these items that can completely kill your speed on a whim. Like, that is the criticism of Mario Kart that I understand. I don't necessarily agree with it because Mario Kart is Mario Kart. Mario Kart is basically complete disorganized anime, but you know, sometimes like people are gonna want a actual fair race, and like I get that. I think I fell down that same pit last time as well. Like, I think I was right in my theory that all the goodwill luck that I had in my last recording session just hasn't carried over at all, and this is like, I don't know, is there like an equivalent of karma but relating to luck rather than like good deeds or moral deeds or whatever? Because I feel like I'm getting my comeuppance for something that I haven't actually done wrong. Curious how long it will be before I lose my gold streak though, because like I've been doing too well. I've never been great at Mario Kart overall. Like, for a little while it did kind of become a joke that I am bad at Mario Kart or whatever. I think I got a little bit better over time, at least like when I'm just fucking around. There are still like people online who play much better than I do and could absolutely thrash me any day, but I think I got a little bit better at not doing so much stupid stuff outside of a few little slips, driving into things idiotically. But like, yeah, I've never been amazing at Mario Kart. It's always been something that I play solely to fumble around with and just have a good time rather than, you know, actually try to get good at. So yeah, about how I'm getting better. This is going to be another second, I reckon. Yeah. Oh well, can't win them all. And here's a Wii course. This is Grumble Volcano. It's much prettier here than it was in the Wii version. Because in the Wii version, like, I seem to remember the textures being much blander than this, and that's kind of a thing with the Wii version's art direction. Like, it looks nice enough for what it is. But like, a lot of the general art direction was very much like leaning towards simple colours, whereas this like has much more detailed shading. There's actual detailed textures rather than just like, here's a bright brown spot or here's a bright red spot or what the fuck ever, you know. It's things like this that are why I like what Mario Kart does of reusing the retro courses, because some of them that looked a bit in their original iterations can look so much nicer now. Like, you know, we've had the hardware upgrade, we've had the graphical fidelity increase, and it kind of gives a second life to those particular courses. Although saying that, I think we are getting to the point where eventually games are gonna have to be either reusing courses that have already been in Classic Cups, or they're gonna have to like adjust the ratio. So maybe instead of having like 4 new cups for Classic Cups, they might end up having to go with like 6 new cups and 2 classic ones, which that would be fair enough. And like, I know you could think of like, oh well, that would be more like work for the developers and that, and I guess that could be from like just the initial concepts and that they'd have to redesign new things, but when you look at how radically improved these are over their original iterations, like, they've already had to do a lot of redesigning things, so I think they're already doing a lot of like redesigning it as it is. And that's why I kind of don't buy into the argument that occasionally gets thrown around of like the recycling courses is lazy or anything, because like, if they literally just took the assets from the older games and reused them, then yeah, that'd be lazy. But they're not. They're remaking it. They're redesigning it. They're, in some tracks, adding things to use the new like abilities. Like, you saw some of them have those gravity sections added in. Other ones like have water areas and things. And so like, there is work, and there is love going into these new, old courses. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with them reusing them. But like maybe, again, like I say, given we're sort of running out of retro courses to reuse, that it might come a point where they have to just like rebalance the ratio. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo can get lazy with reusing things sometimes, but I don't think Mario Kart is really an example of that. When I say they can get lazy, I mean things like, you know, the new Super Mario Bros. Series, which seems to be dead, at least for now. Like, they might come out with one on Switch later on, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon if they do. And there's also things like, I haven't played Splatoon 2, but it looks like it's almost the same fucking game as the OG Splatoon. And that's why I haven't rushed out to get it or anything. I probably will play Splatoon 2 eventually, because I did have quite a lot of fun with the first one. It's just when it looks like it's the same thing again, I'm kind of in no real rush to, because like the gameplay looks very similar. I think they've also reused a handful of the multiplayer maps as well. So, you know, it's what it is. It's just really not a priority for me like the first one was when that came out. Come to think of it, I'm actually kind of surprised that Splatoon didn't get a 3DS game back when, like, around the time the first one came out, like that year. I think that was 2015. Because like the 3DS was doing amazingly around that sort of time, and Splatoon was an incredibly successful new IP. So although it wouldn't have been able to be as detailed of a game as Splatoon on Wii U was, they probably could have got away with something like doing a spin-off or something, and it probably would have sold pretty well. But what do I know? Yes, Rainbow Road N64, absolutely gorgeous course. I beat it no problem there because it's kinda easy, especially when you compare it to the other Rainbow Roads, but hey, I got through it, I got first and I saved myself. So yeah, that gold streak isn't broken yet, let's see the results. Doesn't that cup look beautiful? It's nice and shiny. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, join me next time where I'll be making a start on the DLC cups that are included on the card in this game, but I'm still going to refer to them as DLC cups. So yeah, I'll see you then folks, bye bye for now.